Hey everyone, Enra here, and welcome to episode 4 of Glitchslapped by Enra. In this episode, we'll start by looking at the new quicksilver pieces that just unlocked, mostly the fireplace, the archaic habitation heater. Screw it, I'm calling it the fireplace from here on out. I'll go over a few fun constructs using the igneous drop as well, but I'm super pissed that the igneous crystal doesn't turn into a storm crystal, so it can fuck right off. Stay tuned until the end of the episode, since the final construct I show is something that I've already incorporated into my current build. I liked it that much. So let's get this party started with some hot fireplace action. Something very nice I noticed while filming for the tutorial is that the fireplace is very stable. I never had it cascade no matter what was glitched with it. Now the fireplace glitches in with the parallell-fat-away orientation, so let's look at it glitched with other pieces from the same group. When I first realized the fireplace was part of this group, my first thought was to combine it with the only stabilized glitch in this group, the capillary shell. If you turn the shell red, it gives a nice visual, mixed with the fire. Another piece that fits quite nicely here is the large monitor station. It glitches in lined up and merged very nicely. Finally, my favorite look has got to be with the watertight door. The fireplace also takes color and texture very well. I like the red stone look a lot. Now let's look at the igneous drop, which glitches in with the much more common parallel fat metal orientation. The first thing that struck me is that it is definitely on the larger side for foliage, so my first thought was, I bet you I could fit a light fissure in there, and you know what? I was right. Add on a gas extractor for a fun look. Another thing about the igneous drop is that the veins in it are what change color, which I like a lot. I think red sticks out very nicely. If you glitch an aquarium onto it, it fits perfectly inside. Now let's have a little chat about connection points that have multiple wires leading off them. If you've seen episode 2, you saw my wire cross that 4 storage containers were glitched onto. When your cursor's on the center point, whatever end point matches the center exactly is what wire you're glitching on. Now in episode 2, we were looking at parallel fat middle pieces, and when they glitch onto the same point, they just rotate around on their x-axis. However, with the parallell-fat-away group, they glitch in with a gap the size of a connector in between them. So if you do this with 2 wires instead of 4, you can get yourself back-to-back fireplaces, which I like since the backside of the fireplace is rather dull and boring. Once you have the double fireplace set up, you can glitch various foliage in there and give the impression that it's being burned. The writhing bush is especially good for this since it's, well, writhing, but the carnivorous bush and celebratory cactus work well too. You can also glitch a glass corridor onto the fireplaces to give the impression of a more controlled and closed experiment. The double fireplaces are also a good look with a lab lamp. It can be colored to match the fireplace too. The terrarium and aquarium both work out well too. Uh-oh, watch out! Be careful, little blobby friend! Now, since those back-to-back fireplaces look pretty cool, obviously we've got to go over to the storage containers, delete them, and see what four-way fireplaces look like. The final result has a funky look, but my only problem with it is that you can't really see much of the fire anymore. Now I wonder, would glitching watertight doors onto this make it look better? Let's find out! And the answer is, man, not really. Each one gives a good look by itself, but when combined, they don't really augment each other's look at all. However, let's look at one more thing from the parallell-fat-away group that does look cool on a four-way glitch spot: the capillary shells. That's a pretty cool look. Plus, if you take a Kalsa shroom, you could glitch it onto that center point and spice it up a little bit. Another idea to spice up that construct would be to add a light fissure, but since the light fissure belongs to the gap subgroup, its glitch point has to be set one light box lower. Still a great look though. And now, as promised, let me go over a construct that I've already started incorporating into builds. You need to start with 3 wires spaced exactly like this. Figuring out the exact spacing was time consuming, so I'm going to skip that part, but if you'd like to know exactly how to space the wires, feel free to drop me a DM or ask in the comments and I'll follow up with you. Anyway, once you get the wires set like so, you start by glitching stairs onto the upper 2 wires. If you look at the connection point of the wires, the front one of each pair is a standard point, while the back one has its polarity reversed. This means that the pieces will glitch onto this point, rotated 180 degrees from their pick on the spreadsheet. This is important because both stairs need to glitch in rotated from their pick, so make sure that each one glitches onto the back glitch point. I'm going to use wood here, but concrete gives a good look too. Now let's color the stairs orange, and for the piece de resistance, glitch a race obstacle onto the lowest wire. Now that looks smooth. There are multiple ways you can spice this up further, but I'll leave that to your imagination. Well, that's going to do it for episode 4. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you taking the time to watch this tutorial. Hopefully you found some useful information. If you liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and the little alarm bells so you know when I drop more content or go live. If you have any questions or simply want to share something you put together, please drop a comment or stop by a live stream. This has been Enra, and until I see you again, may the glitch gods bathe you in their favor.